Well, hello and welcome to Battle of Champions. We're coming to you live from Adelaide, but all the action was down there in Sydney because now we have the one semi-finalist result and we have that one finalist that have made it through to the final stage, and that is Pakistan. They were up against New Zealand and it was expected to be a tough game considering Pakistan just scraped through it and just reached the final with great difficulty, the semi-final with great difficulty. But New Zealand on the other hand were the dominating team. They topped their group and you expected that they'd be the favourites going ahead in this particular encounter. But Pakistan have done what Pakistan does best. When they have their backs against the wall, they come out with their best performance, and tonight was a dominating performance from the men in green. 153 is what they were chasing and they reached there with comfort, you would say, with 7 wickets in hand, half centuries for both Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan, and then Mohammad Haris also chipped in with 30 odd. So a good dominating batting performance from the Pakistan team. We'll talk about all the details, how New Zealand batted, what could be those things that they could have done right, what are the things that Pakistan got right. With me, Sunny Gavaskar. We'll also be joined by Pragya Anuja. Sunny bhai, we were talking about before this game started when we were live on India today, and I asked you that, we keep talking about old Pakistan teams that, when the chips are down, they find a way to fight back and then reach the final. And we didn't know whether this team is like the 92 team. They're proving that they are.
They are, certainly. Look, I mean, it's always been, with Pakistan, you never know which team turns up to play. Because it's a world-beating team which can beat, the best of the world. Or they can lose to, pretty ordinary team. That's how they've been playing. The ups and downs are unbelievable. The swings, are really wide. Unlike most of the teams where they'll play maybe the odd bad match, which is again where they don't lose by a big margin. But Pakistan can lose by a big margin. Over here, they lost to India and Zimbabwe of last ball. So it wasn't that they were thrashed in those games. Yes. So they lost. But they came back well. They had a bit of luck with South Africa being beaten by Netherlands. They had a bit of luck, but that's what the game is about. In fact, I remember saying before the tournament started, maybe on this, that India to win will need a bit of luck. Cricket, sport, you need a bit of luck. In tennis, you might need a little bit of that net cord, which can be the difference, between when you're winning and the opponent gets that point. All those little things that matter, which you don't try to do deliberately. But it just happens. So now we're going to see what happens tomorrow.
Okay, we've also got Harbhajan Singh joining us. Harbhajan, Pakistan now looking like a strong team, seem like a team that will be tough to beat in the finals, irrespective of who makes it between India and England.
Yes, most certainly. I think they look like a team, and they have overcome with the from those performances they were doing earlier, and they didn't look the team what they looked actually today. Rizwan and Babar, and of course their bowling lineup. Everyone performed, and it seems like that lifeline they got actually helped them a lot in terms of their confidence, and they kind of regrouped together and they played a brilliant cricket together to win the semi-final and get to the final. This is obviously commendable.
Okay, as Harbhajan is pointing out, they got a few lifelines as well. And you spoke about luck, that India would need luck to reach the final or even lift the trophy. Today, Pakistan had that luck. Babar dropped pretty early, another drop catch towards the latter half of the inning. Easy run out I saw being missed. So, I mean, out of all the teams, New Zealand dropping catches, not being top of the mark in fielding.
Well, that is exactly what a knockout game does. There's no tomorrow. There's no comeback. In a knockout game, you're gone. So that pressure is incredible. In a league game, you always know, okay, there's another game. When you get to the semi-finals and the finals, just one match. That pressure is hard sometimes for the best of teams. For the what look like the coolest of teams, the most composed of teams, something goes wrong and they lose it. And that's what seemed to have happened with New Zealand today, because they're generally an outstanding fielding unit. But when they got out for 152 in their 20 overs, that was never going to be enough. I thought 160, 7.5 runs an over is a chance if you get early wickets. But if you don't get early wickets, then you'll always feel that those extra 10, 15 runs you're probably 10-15 runs short.
That was going to be my next question. They get to 152 with just 4 wickets down, with so many wickets remaining. Maybe there should have been a bit more adventurous. I saw the score at what, 100 for 3 in about 14 overs, 6 overs to go. You say minimum with 7 wickets in hand, 6-7 overs to go, you'd get 160, 170, would could have been a competitive total. Somewhere that they regret in hindsight not going.
Absolutely. Look, we're talking about 36 possible deliveries after the 14th over. You're talking about 36 possible deliveries, and you have wickets in hand. You're looking at about 70. At least 2 runs a ball is what you're looking at. And if that doesn't happen, at least you get 60.
Yeah.
So you would have got from 100, you would have got to 160, 165. That didn't happen. So New Zealand will have to really look at the composition of their 11. Yes, you can say, but they got to the semi-finals without a problem. But there were areas in their batting particularly which needed to be looked at, and I think they'll certainly have to do a lot of homework.